1789. How does the bastard, orphan, immigrant, decorated war vet unite the colonies through more debt? Fight the other founding fathers till he has to forfeit. Have it all, lose it all, are you ready for more yet? Treasury Secretary, Washington's the president. Every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast, someone came along to resist him. Pissed him off until we had a two-party system. You haven't met him yet, you haven't had the chance, cause he's been kicking ass in the ambassador to France. But somebody ought to keep that American promise. You simply must meet Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Lord, he's been off in Paris for so long. France is following us to revolution. There is no more status quo, but the sun comes up and the world still spins. I up Lafayette draft the declaration. Then I said I gotta go. I gotta be in Monticello. Now the work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home sweet home, I wanna give you a kiss. I've been in Paris meeting lots of different ladies. I basically list the late 80s. And I try wide world and I'm back to this. There's a letter on my desk from the president. Haven't even put my tags down yet. Sally be a lamb, darling, won't you open it? Says the president's assembling a cabinet, and then I'm meeting the Secretary of State. Great, and then I'm ready to Senate approved. I just got home and now I'm heading up to New York. Headed to New York. Looking at the rolling fields, I can't believe we are free. Ready to face whatever's waiting me in NYC. Waiting for me when I step in the place. My friend James Madison, red in the face. He grabs my arm and I respond, what's going on? We're engaged in a battle for our nation's very soul. Can you get us out of the mess we're in? Hamilton's new financial plan is nothing less than government control. I've been fighting for the South alone. Where have you been? France? We have to win. What did I miss? What did I miss? I've come home to this. First into a political abyss. Head first into the abyss. I gave them a median day. I guess I'd better think of something to say. I'm already on my way. Let's get on a list. What did I miss? Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. Mr. Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home, sir. You've been up in Paris for so long. So what did I miss? Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us in New York City. You are ready for our cabinet meeting, huh? Yeah. The issue on the table. Secretary Hamilton plans to assume state debt and establish a national bank. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We fought for these ideals, we shouldn't settle for less. These are wise words, enterprise in mind, quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, cause I wrote them. But Hamilton forgets. His plan would have the government assume state's debt. Now place your bets as to who that benefits. The very seat of government where Hamilton sits. Not true, if the shoe sweats, wear it. If New York's debt, why should Virginia bear it? Our debts are paid, I'm afraid. Don't tax us out, cause we got it made in the shade. In Virginia, we plant seeds in the ground. We create, we just wanna move our money around. This financial plan is an outrageous demand, and it's too many damn pages for any man to understand. Stand with me in the land of the free, and pray to God we never see Hamilton's candles at sea. Look, what is the extra ticks? You got frisky. Imagine what's gonna happen when you try to tax our whiskey.
Oh my God,
Thank you,
Mama,
Secretary
alcohol.
Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response. Thomas, that was a real nice declaration. Welcome to the present, we're wailing a real nation. Would you like to join us or stay mellow, doing what the hell you doing, Monticello? If we assume the date, the union gets a new line of credit, a financial diuretic. Do you not get it? If we're aggressive and competitive, the union gets a boost. You'd rather give it a sedative.
Wow, yeah.
It's a civics lesson from a slaver. Hey neighbor, your debts are paid cause I'm ready for labor. We plant seeds in the south, we create, yeah, keep ranting. We really need a plant. And another thing, it's an age of enlightenment. Don't lecture me about the war, you didn't find it. You think I'm frightened of you, man? We almost died in a trench while you were getting high with the French. Thomas Jefferson always hesitant with the president, reticent. There isn't a plan he doesn't jettison. Madison, your friend is a harder son, take out your medicine. Damn, you're in worse shape than the national debt is in. Sitting there useless as to turn around, bend over, I'll show you where my shoe fits. Excuse me, Madison, Jefferson, take a walk. Hamilton, take a walk.
Oh my God.
We'll reconvene in a brief recess. Hamilton, sir, a word. You don't have the votes. You don't have the votes. Ha 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 ha. You're gonna need a congressional approval and you don't have the votes. Such a blunder. Sometimes it makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder. Why he even brings the thunder. You want to pull yourself together? I'm sorry, these Virginians are birds of a feather. Young man, I'm from Virginia, so watch your mouth. So we let Congress get held hostage by the South. We need more strokes. We need this plan. You need to convince more folks. James Madison won't talk to me, that's a non-starter. Winning was easy, young man, governing's harder. Have to find a compromise, but they don't have a plan, they just hate mine. Convince them otherwise. And what happens if I don't get congressional approval? I imagine they'll call for your removal. Sir, figure it out, Alexander. That's an order from your commander. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 8, 9. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My dearest Angelica, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty place from day to day. I trust you'll understand the reference to another Scottish tragedy without my name to play. They think me Macbeth, and mine is my folly. I'm a polymath, a pain in a massive pain. Madison is Banquo, Jefferson's Macduff, and Burnham Wood is Congress on his way to Dunsinane. There you are, an ocean away. Do you have to live an ocean away? Thoughts of you subside, then I get another letter. I cannot put the notion away. Take a break. I am on my way. There's a little surprise before supper and I cannot wait. I'll be there just a minute, save my plate. Alexander, okay. John is 9 years old today. He has something he'd like to say. He's been practicing all day. Philip, take it away. Daddy, look, my name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it. And I just turned 9. You can write rhymes, but you can't write mine. What? I practice French and play piano with my mother. I have a sister, but I want a little brother. Okay. My daddy's trying to start America's bank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bravo! Take a break. Hey, Arcadie's pretty great. Away with us for the summer, let's go upstate. Eliza, I've got so much on my plate. There's a on to play with our father. There's a lake I know, in a nearby park. I'd love to go. You and I can go when the night gets dark. I will try to get away. Nearest Alexander, you must get through to Jefferson. Sit down with him and compromise. Don't stop till you agree. Your favorite older sister, Angelica, reminds you there's someone in your corner all the way across the sea. Not out to see you weeks ago. I noticed a comma in the middle of a phrase. It changed the meaning. Did you intend this? One stroke and you consume my waking days. It says, my dearest Angelica, with a comma after dearest. You've written my dearest Angelica. Anyway though, this to say, I'm coming home this summer at my sister's invitation. I'll be there with your family if you make your way upstate. I know you're very busy, I know your work's important, but I'm promising the ocean and I just can't wait. You won't be an ocean away, you only be a moment away. Alexander, come downstairs, Angelica's arriving today. Angelica, Liza, the Schuyler sisters. Alexander, hi, it's good to see your face. I could tell this man John Adams spends the summer with his family. Angelica, tell my wife John Adams doesn't have a real job anyway. You're not joining us, wait, afraid I cannot join you upstate. Alexander, I came this
She
way.
came all this way.
Take a break. You know I've gotta get my plan through Congress. Ray with us for the summer. Let's go upstate. I lose my job if I don't get my plan through Congress. We can all go stay with our father. There's a lake I know I'll miss your face in a nearby
Screw
pond.
your courage to the sticking place.
And I can
It
lies is right. Take a break and get away. Run away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate. We can stay. We can all go stay with our father.
Look around.
Make your time. You will make your mind. Close your eyes and dream when the night can't start. Take a break. I have to get my plan through Congress. I can't stop till I get this plan through Congress. Not like summer in the city. Someone under stress meets someone looking pretty. There's devil in the air, you can smell it. Alexander's by himself, I'll let him tell it. I didn't sleep in a week, I was weak, I was awake. You never seen a bastard orphan in more need of a break. Longing for Angelica, missing my wife. That's when Miss Mariah Reynolds walked into my life. She said, I know you are a man of honor. I'm so sorry to bother you at home. I don't know where to go, and I came here all alone. She said, my husband's doing me wrong, cheating me, mistreating me. Suddenly he's up and gone. I don't have the means to go on. I offered her alone, I walked her home. She said, you're too kind, sir. I gave her $30 that I socked away. She lived a block away. She said, this one's mine, sir. Then I said, well, I should head back home. She turned red, she led me to a bed, let her egg spread and said, stay, hey, hey. When I began to pray, Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. Oh my God, she looks so helpless, and her body's saying hell yes. Whoa. No, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. In my mind I'm trying to go, go, go. Then her mouth is on mine and I don't say no, no. Say no to this, no, no. Say no to this, no, no. Say no to this, no, no. Say no to this. I wish I could say that was the last time I said that last time, it became a pastime. A month into this endeavor, I received a letter from a Mr. James Reynolds. Even better, it said, Sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on the luck. You see, that was my wife you decided to Oh, you made the wrong cuckold. So time to pay the piper in the pants you unbuckled. And hey, you can keep seeing my whole wife if the price is right. If not, I'm telling your wife. I hit the letter, I raced to her place, screamed, how could you in her face? Said, no sir. Apologetic, a mess, she looked pathetic, she cried, please don't go sir. So was your whole story a setup? I don't know any letter. Stop crying, goddamn it up. I didn't know any better. I am ruined, please don't leave me with him. I am helpless, how could I do this? What he wants and you can have me. What do you want? I don't want you. I don't. If you die, Lord, tell me how to say no to this. Don't know how to say no to this, but the situation's helpless. And her body's screaming, hell yes, no. Show me how to say no to this. How can I say no to this? There is nowhere I can go. Go. When the body's on mine, I do not say no. Yes, no to this. No, yes, no to this. No, yes, no to this. No, yes, no to this. Say no to this. Don't say no to this. There's nowhere I can go. Go. So nobody needs to know. Mr. Secretary, Mr. Burr, sir, did you hear the news about good old Mercer? No, you can Claremont Street, yeah, they renamed him after him. The Mercer legacy is secure, sure. And all he had to do was die. Yeah, there's a lot less work. We ought to give it a try. Ha! You're gonna get your debt plan through. I guess I'm gonna finally have to listen to you. Really? Talk less. Smile more. Do whatever it takes to get my plan on the Congress floor. Now, Madison and Jefferson are merciless. We'll hate the sinner, love the sinner. Hamilton, I'm sorry, Burr, I've gotta go, but decisions are happening over dinner. Two Virginians and an immigrant walked into a room diametrically opposed foes. They emerged without a compromise, having opened doors that were previously closed. Rose emerges with unprecedented financial power, a system he can shape however he wants. Two Virginians emerge with the nation's capital. And here's the pièce de résistance. No one else in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened. No one really knows how the game is played, the art of the trade, how the sausage is made. We just assume that happens, but no one else was in the room where it happens. Thomas claims Alexander was Washington's doorstep one day in distress and disarray.
Thomas claims
Alexander said, I've got nowhere else to turn, and basically begged me to join the fray.
Thomas claims
I approached Madison and said, I know you hate him, but let's hear what he has to say.
Thomas claims
Well, I arranged the meeting, I arranged the menu, the venue, the seating, but no one else was in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened. No one really knows how the parties get to yes. The pieces, that's a sacrifice in every game of chess. We just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens. Meanwhile, Madison is grappling with the fact that not every issue can be settled by committee.
Meanwhile,
Congress is fighting over where to put the capital. It ain't pretty. The Jefferson approach with the dinner and invite. Madison responds with Virginian insight. We can solve one problem with another and win a victory for the Southerners. In other words, a quid pro quo, I suppose. Would you like to work a little closer to home? Actually, I would. Well, I propose the Potomac. Yeah, there's votes. We'll see how it goes. Let's go. No. in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. My God, in God we trust, we'll never know what God discussed. Click, boom, then it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened.
Alexander Hamilton.
What did they say to you to get to sell New York City down the river?
Alexander Hamilton.
Washington, no, but then where the president to live.
Alexander Hamilton.
Or did you know even then it doesn't matter where you put the U.S. Capitol? We'll have the banks and we're in the same spot. You got more when you gave, and I wanted what I got. You got skin in the game, you stay in the game, but you don't get a win unless you play the game. Oh, you get love for it, you get hate for it, you get nothing if you wait for it. God, help and forgive me. I wanna build something that's gonna outlive me. What do you want, bro? What do you want, bro? What do you stand nothing for? What do you want for? I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. The room where it happens. I wanna be where it happens. I've got to be in that room where it happens. In that big old room. Oh, the compromise. Hold your nose and close your eyes. We wanna lead us to save the day. We don't get to say what they trade away. We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. The dark as a tomb where it happens. Got to be a room where it happens. I've gotta be where it happens. I've got to be where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've gotta be. I wanna be in the room. Click, boom.
Look, Grandpa's in the paper. War hero Philip Schuyler loses his Senate to young upstart Aaron Burr. Grandpa just lost a seat in the Senate.
Sometimes that's how it goes. Daddy's gonna find out any minute. I'm sure he already knows. Further down, let's meet the newest senator from New York, our senator. Huh? Said when you were a Democratic Republican, since being what put me up in the upper again. No one knows who you are, what that you do. They don't know me, they don't like you. Excuse me, oh, Wall Street thinks you're great. You always be adored by the things you create. But wait, I think you're crooked. The Schuyler seat was up for grabs, so I took it. I've always considered you a friend. I don't see why that has to end. Changed parties to run against my father-in-law. I changed parties to seize the opportunity I saw. I swear your pride will be the death of us all. If war, it goes before the fall. On the table, France is on the verge of war with England. Do we provide aid and troops to our French allies? Or do we stay out of it? Remember, my decisions on the matter is not subject to congressional approval. You know, the president's room is me. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir. When we were on death's door, when we were needy, we made a promise, we signed a treaty. We needed money and guns and half a chance. Who provided those funds? France. Friend, they didn't ask for land, only a promise that we'd lend a hand. And with them if they fought against oppressors. And revolution is messy, but now's the time to stand. Stand with our brothers as they fight against tyranny. I know Alexander Hamilton is here, and he would not have this debate. I remind you that he is not Secretary of State. He knows nothing of loyalty. Smells like new money, dresses like fake royalty. To rise above his station. Everything he does is betrays the ideals of our nation. Hey, if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President. Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response.
Come on. Yeah, get it, come on.
Must be out of your goddamn mind if you think the president's gonna bring the nation to the brink of the meddling in the middle of a military mess. A game of chess where France is king and queenless. We signed a treaty with the king whose head is now in a basket. Would you like to take it out and ask him? Should we honor our deity, King Louis's head?
Do whatever you want. I'm super dead. Enough.
That's
Enough.
foolishness.
Hamilton is right, Mr. President. We're fragile to start another fight. But sir, do we not fight for freedom? Sure, when the French figure out who's gonna lead them. The people are leading. The people are rioting. There's a difference. Frankly, it's a little disquieting. Would you let your ideals blind you to reality? Hamilton, sir, after the letter of neutrality. You forget Lafayette, what? Have you a sense of regret? You accumulate debt, you accumulate power, yet in their hour of need you forget. Lafayette's a smart man, he'll be fine. And before he was your friend, he was mine. If we try to fight in every revolution in the world, we never stop. Where do we drive the line? Quick-witted, unless I admit it. Bet you were quite a lawyer. My defense got acquitted. Yeah, well, someone ought to remind you what? I mean, what, Washington behind you. Hamilton, Daddy's calling. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. Equal action has its equal opposite reaction. Thanks to habit in our cabinets for into faction. Try not to crack under the stress, we're breaking down like fractions. We smack each other in the press, and we don't print refraction. I get no satisfaction witnessing his fits of passion. The way he primps and preens and dresses like the piss of fashion. Our poor citizen, our farmers, live ration to ration, as Wall Street robs them blind in search of chips to cash him. This preak is asking for someone to bring him to task. Someone to give me a dirt on his back, no mask, so that we can at last unmask him. I'll pull the trigger on him, someone load the gun and cock it. While we were all watching, he got Washington in his pocket. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look at the Bill of Rights, which I wrote. The ink hasn't dried. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. So he's double the size of the government. What is the trouble of so much of previous government size? Look in his eyes, see how he lies. Follow the scent of his enterprise, centralizing national credit and making American credit competitive. If we don't stop it, it and abetted it to resign. Someone has to stand up for the South. Somebody has to stand up to his mouth. There's a fire you're trying to douse. You can put it out inside the house. I'm in the cabinet, I am complicit. I'm watching and grabbing the power and kiss it. The Washington is gonna listen to a disciplined dissident. There is a difference, and this kid is out. Oh, the immigrant isn't somebody we chose. Oh, this immigrant is giving us all on our toes. Oh, let's show these veterans what they're up against. Oh, southern motherfucking medical against. Oh, now follow the money and see where it goes. Oh, because every second the treasury grows. Oh, if we don't have the money and see where it leads. You know, we's looking for the seeds of Hamilton's best deeds. It must be nice, it must be nice to follow the money and see where it goes. It must be nice, it must be nice. Yeah, the emperor has no clothes. We won't be invisible. We won't be denied. Still, it must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. President, you asked to see me. I know you're busy. What do you need, sir? Sir? I want to give you a word of warning. Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it. Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning. You're kidding. I need a favor. Whatever you say, sir, Jefferson will pay for this behavior. Shh. Talk less. I'll leave it in a pseudonym. You'll see what I can do to him. I need you to draft an address. Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your mind. No. He's stepping down so he can run for president. Ha! Good luck defeating you, sir. I'm stepping down. I'm not ready to be president. I'm sorry, what? One last time. Relax, have a drink with me one last time. Let's take a break tonight and then we'll teach them how to say goodbye. To say goodbye. You and I. No, sir, why talk about neutrality? Britain and France on the verge of war. Is this the best time when talking against partisan dividing? But pick up the pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom I have earned. Is the people you are concerned you have to serve. You could continue to serve one last time. The people will hear from me one last time. And if we get this right, we're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. You and I, Mr. President. They will say you're weak, no, they say you were strong. Your position is so unique, they use them to move them along. Why do you have to say goodbye? If I say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. It outlives me when I'm gone. Like scripture says, everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree. No one shall make them afraid. They'll be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, moment alone in the shade, at home in the nation we've made. One last time, last time. Though, in reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error, I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. I shall also carry in me the hope that my country will view them with indulgence, and that after 45 years of my life dedicated to its service with upright zeal, the faults of incompetent abilities will consign to oblivion, as I myself must soon to be the mansions of rest. I anticipate the pleasing expectation that retreat, in which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens, the benign influence of good laws under a free government, the ever-favorite object of my heart, and the happy reward, as I trust, of our mutual cares, labors, and dangers. One last time, George Washington's going home. Teach him how to say goodbye. George Washington's going home. You and I. George Washington's going home. Going home. George Washington's going home. History has its eyes. George Washington's going home. Yeah. We're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. Teach them how to say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. One last time. One last time. They say George Washington's yielding his powers and stepping away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they going to keep on replacing whoever's in charge? If so, who's next? There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as large. Psst, psst, psst. John Adams. Oh, him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it? 85. That poor man, they're gonna eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. Next to Washington, they all look small. all alone. Watch them run. They will tear each other up into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. Da 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 da. Da 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 ya da 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 ya da. President John Adams. Good luck. How does Hamilton, the short-tempered protean creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, ardently abuse his cabinet post, destroy his reputation? Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson's the runner-up, make him vice president. Washington can't help you now, no more Mr. Nice President. Hires Hamilton, privately calls him Creole bastard in his cons. Say what? In progress, his response. Sit down, John, you fat mother. Hamilton's out of control. This is great. He's out of power. He holds no office. He just destroyed President John Adams, the only other significant part of his party. And since he's a host unto himself, as long as he can hold a pen, he's to a threat. Let's let him know what we know. Vice President. Mr. Madison. Senator Burr. What is this? We have check stubs from separate accounts. Almost $1,000 paid in different amounts to Mr. James Rattles way back in 1791. Is that what you have? Are you done? Nuclearly situated by virtue of your position, though virtue is not a word I apply to this situation. Seek financial gain, you stay from sacred mission, and the evidence suggests you engage in speculation. An immigrant embezzling our government funds. I can almost see the headline, your career is done. I hope you save some money from your daughter and son. You best run back where you come from. Ha! You don't even know what you're asking me to confess. Confess. You have nothing and don't have to tell you anything at all. Unless if I can prove that I never broke the law, do you promise not to tell another soul what you saw? No one else was in the room where it happens. Is that a yes? Yes. Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put their wealth in their pockets of people like me down on their luck. See, that was my wife. You decided to, escorted me to bed, and when she had me in the corner, that's when Reynolds escorted me at her assorted feet. Then reportedly, I may have mortally wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly. As you can see, I kept a record every checking my checking history. Check it again against your list and see consistency. I never spent a cent that wasn't mine. You sent the dogs after my scent, that's fine. Yes, I have a reason for shame. I have not committed treason and sullied my good name. As you can see, I have done nothing to provoke legal action. Are my answers to your satisfaction? My God. Gentlemen, let's go. So, the people won't know what we know. Burr, I know you won't use this against me the next time we go toe to toe. And the roads only grow, and we both know what we know. In the eye of the hurricane there is quiet for just a moment, a yellow sky. I was 17, a hurricane destroyed my town. I didn't drown, I couldn't seem to die. Rode my way out, wrote everything down far as I could see. I wrote my way out. I looked up and the town had its eyes on me. They still played around, and total strangers moved by my story. Raised enough for me to book passage on a ship that was New York bound. I wrote my way out of hell, I wrote my way to revolution. I was louder than the crack in the bell. I wrote Eliza love letters until she fell. I wrote the Constitution and defended it well. And in the face of ignorance and resistance, I wrote financial systems into existence. And my prayers to God were met with indifference. I picked up a pen, I wrote my own deliverance. In the eye of a hurricane there is quiet for just a moment. A yellow sky. I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. We were sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I raped my way out. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Everything down far as I could see. Wait for it, wait has its eyes. I'll rape my way out. Overwhelmed them with honesty. This is the eye of the hurricane. This is the only way I could protect my legacy. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait. The Reynolds pamphlet. The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this? Alexander Hamilton had a torrid affair, and he wrote it down right there. Highlight the charge against me in connection with one James Reynolds for purposes of improper speculation. My real crime is an amorous connection with his wife for considerable time with his knowing consent. Damn. I had frequent meetings with him, most of them at my own house. At his own house. Damn. Hamilton with our children being absent on a visit with their father. No. Boo. Have you read this? Never gonna be president now. 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 That's one thing to president now. Never gonna be president now. That's one thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about. I came as soon as I heard what? God, all the way away from London. Damn. Angelica, thank God someone is understands what I'm struggling here to do. I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Put what we had aside, I'm standing at her side. You could never be satisfied, God, I hope you're satisfied. Never gonna be president now, 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 never gonna be president now. Less thing to worry about, that's one less thing to worry about. Hey, never be president now, never gonna be president, never gonna be president now, never gonna be president now, never gonna be president now. That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about. Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this? You ever see somebody ruin their own life? His poor wife. Saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when you first let her arrive? She said, "Be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive." You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote me. I'm searching in scanners for answers in every line, for some kind of sign. And when you were mine, the world seemed to burn. You published the letters she wrote you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed. In clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you done? She said, you've married an Icarus. He's flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on census, and you are paranoid in every paragraph how they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart, I'm watching it burn. Watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You'll sleep in your office instead, with only the memories of when you were mine. I hope that you burn. The latest graduate of King's College. Probably didn't brag, but dag, I'm amazed and astonished. They ought to say I got the same virtuosity as mines on my pops. The ladies say my brain's not where the resemblance stop. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. Gotta be my own man, like my father, Bob Older. I shoulder his legacy with pride. I used to hear him say that someday I was blow a style away. Ladies, I'm looking for a Mr. George Ika. His speech last week for 4th of July speaker. He disparaged my philosophy in front of a crowd. How that I'm making my father proud. Just up Broadway a couple of blocks. He was going to see a play. Well, I go visit his box. God, you're a fox. Oh, y'all piggy in your frocks. How about when we get back, we all stripped down to our socks? Okay, blow us all away. George, I'm trying to watch the show. You should watch him out when you're talking about my father, though. I didn't say anything that was true. Your father's a scoundrel, and so it seems that you. Ooh. So it's like, don't fool around. I'm not your little schoolboy friends on the dueling ground. That is, unless you want to step outside and go now. I don't know where to find you. Piss off. I'm watching the show now. Pops, if you only heard it about you, I doubt you would have let it slide, and I was not about to slow down. I came to ask you for advice. This is my first duel. They don't exactly cover the subject in boarding school. Friends had told him to negotiate a peace. He refused to apologize. We had to let the peace cease. There's the traveling across the river in Jersey. Everything is legal in New Jersey. Alright, so this is what you're gonna do. Stand there like a man until Eager's in front of you. When the time comes, fire weapon in the air. Because we'll put the end to the whole affair. What if he decides to shoot? Then I'm a goner. No, he will have a suit if he's truly a man of honor. To take someone's life, that is something you can't shake. Philip, your mother can't take another heartbreak. Father, promise me you don't want this young man's blood on your conscience. Okay, I promise. Come back home when you're done. Take my guns. Be smart. Make me proud, son. And it's Philip. I am a poet. I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. You talk about my father, I cannot let it slide. Mr. Ika, how was the rest of your show? I'd rather skip the pleasantries. Let's go. grab your pistol, confer with your men. The duel will commence after we count to 10. Count to 10, look 'em in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then slowly and clearly aim your gun towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stay alive. Stay alive. Where's my son, Hamilton? Come in. They brought him half an hour ago. He lost a lot of blood on the way. Yes, but you have to understand. The bill enters just above the hip and enlarging his please. I'm doing everything I can, but the wood was already wrecked when he arrived. Philip. Pa. I did exactly as you said, Pa. I held my head up high. I know. Shh, I know. Shh, I know. You did everything just right. Even before we got to 10. Shh, I was aiming for the sky. I know. The sky. I know. Save your strength and stay alive. Eliza, is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know? Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you taught me, my son. We played piano, out you piano. I put your hands on mine, change the melody every time. I would always change the line. Shh, I know. I'd change the line. I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8. There are moments that the words can't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can, and you push away the unimaginable. The moments when you're in so deep, it feels just easier to just swim down. The Hamiltons move uptown and learn to live with the unimaginable. And I was in the garden. I walk alone to the store. It's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday. A sign at the cross at the door, and I pray. That never used to happen before. If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity, Philip, you would like it uptown. It's quiet uptown. He is working through the unimaginable. His hair is gone gray. He passes every day. They say he has the length of the city. You knock me out, I fall apart. You imagine. Look at where we are. Look at where we started. I know I don't deserve you, Eliza, but hear me out, that would be enough. If I could spare his life, if I could trade his life for mine, he'd be standing here right now, and you would smile, and that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges we're facing. I know there's no replacing what we've lost, and you need time. But I'm not afraid. I know who I married. Just let me stay here by your side. That would be enough. If you see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by her side. Have pity, Eliza, do you like it uptown? It's quiet uptown. He is trying to the unimaginable. Him walking in the park long after dark, taking in the sights of the city around. Look around, Eliza, they are trying to do the unimaginable. In moments that the words don't reach, there is grace too powerful to name. We push away they can never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They are starring in the garden. Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown. Forgiveness. Can you imagine? Forgiveness. Can you imagine? If you see him in the street, walking by her side, talking by her side, have pity. They are going through the unimaginable.
The election of 1800. Can we get back to politics, please? Yo, every action has its equal opposite reaction. John Adams says, man, I love the guy, but he's in traction. Poor Alexander Hamilton, he is missing in action. So now I'm facing Aaron Burr with his own faction. He's very attractive in the north. New Yorkers like his chances. He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances. Ask him a question that glances off the opposite dances. And they say I'm a Francophile, at least I know they know where France is. That's the problem. See, they Burr is a less extreme. You Unitarian's course, a re-endorsement might redeem you. What do you have in mind? Don't laugh. Who is it? Used to work on the same staff. What? It might be nice. It might be nice to get Hamilton on your side. It might be nice. It might be nice to get Hamilton on your side. Talk less. Burr! Smile more. Burr! Don't let him know what you're against or what you're for. Burr! Shake hands with him. Burr! Charm her. Burr! It's 1800, ladies, tell your husbands vote for Burr. I don't like Adams, well he's gonna lose, that's such defeatist. And Jefferson in love with France, yeah he's so elitist. I like that Aaron Burr, I can't believe we're here with him. He seems approachable, like you could grab a beer with him. Dear Mr. Hamilton, your fellow Federalist would like to know how you'll be voting. It's quiet uptown. Dear Mr. Hamilton, John Adams doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting? It's quiet up, Jefferson or Burr. We know it's lose-lose, Jefferson or Burr. But if you had to choose, dear Mr. Hamilton, John Adams doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting? But if you had to choose, well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, Sir Alexander, you created quite a stir, sir. Going door to door, you're openly campaigning, sure, that's new. Honestly, it's kinda draining, Burr, sir. There anything you wouldn't do? No, I'm chasing what I want, and you know what? I learned that from you. If you had to choose, it's a tie. If you had to choose, it's up to the galleries. If you had to choose, it's up to Hamilton. If you had to choose, Jefferson or Burr, choose. Yo, oh, Jefferson's gonna hear my voice. Oh, for the country is facing a difficult choice. Oh, and if you would ask me who I'd promote, oh, Jefferson has my vote. Oh, I never agreed with Jefferson once. Oh, we have fought on like 75 different fronts. Oh, but when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none. Ooh. Well, I'll be damned. Hamilton's on your side. Well, I'll be damned. And he won in a landslide. Congrats on a race well run. I did give you a fight, I look forward to our partnership as your vice president. Yeah, right. You hear this guy? Man openly campaigns against me, talking about I look forward to our partnership. It's crazy that the guy who comes in second place, press president. Oh, you know what? We can change that. You know why? I'm the president. Burr, when you see Hamilton, thank him for the endorsement. How does Hamilton, an arrogant immigrant, orphan, bastard, whore son, somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning? I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You've kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Yeah, Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line as I reckon with the effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I failed, in every place I checked. The only common thread has been your disrespect. Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you got something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, a dopper, the vice president. I am not the reason no one trusts you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I have always worn it on my sleeve. If I was to say what you think I said, you would need to cite on more specific agreements. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements. Sweet Jesus, hey, I have not been shy. I am just a guy in the public eye, trying to be the best for the public. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Ham. Careful how you proceed, good man. Impreparate to lead, good man. Asking for the accusation, I lay at your feet. You're prepared to bleed, good man. For your grievance is illegitimate. I stand by what I said, every bit of it. You stand only for yourself, it's what you do. I can't apologize because it's true. Then stand, Alexander. We hawk and dawn, guns drawn. You're on. I had the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Ham, A. Dopper. It's time to come back to sleep. I've an early meeting out of town. It's still dark outside. I know. I just need to write something down. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Shh. Come back to bed. That would be enough. I'll be back before you know I'm gone. Come back to sleep. This meeting's at dawn. Well, I'm going back to sleep. Hey. Best of wives and best of women. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 things you need to know. Number 1, we rode across the Hudson at dawn. My friend William P. Van Ness signed in as a number 2, Hamilton arrived with his crew, Nathaniel Pendleton and the doctor that he knew. Number 3, I watched Hamilton examine the terrain. I wish I could tell you what was happening in his brain. This man has poisoned my political pursuits. Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4, Hamilton draw the first position, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with a marksman ability. The doctor turned around so he have deniability. 5, now I didn't know this at the time, but we were in the same spot. My son died, is that why? 6, he examined the gun with such rigor. I watched as he methodically fiddled with the trigger. 7. Confession time, here's what I got. My fellow soldiers tell you that I'm a terrible shot. Number 8, your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. They won't teach you this in your classes, but look it up. Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? If not to take deadly aim. It's him or me. The world will never be the same. I had only one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter. Number 9, look him in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage then you acquire. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10, paces fire. I imagine death so much it feels more like memory. Is this where it gets me? On my feet, several feet ahead of me. I see it coming. Do I run or fire a gun or let it be? There is no beat, no melody. Burr, my first friend, my enemy. Maybe the last face I'll ever see. If I throw away my shot, is this how you'll remember me? What if this battle is my legacy? Legacy. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of a song someone will sing for me. America, you great unfinished symphony you sent for me. You let me make a difference. A place where even orphan immigrants can leave their fingerprints and rise up. I'm running out of time, I'm running and my rhyme's up. Wise up, eyes up. I catch a glimpse of the other side. Lawrence lead a soldier's chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side. He's with my mother on the other side. Washington is washing from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Eliza. My love, your time. I'll see you on the other side. There's a glass to freedom. He aims his pistol at the sky. What? Strike him right between the ribs. I walk towards him, but I am ushered away. They row him back towards the Hudson. I get a drink. I hear wailing in the streets. Somebody tells me you better hide. They say Angelica and Eliza were both at his side when he died. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. History obliterates. In every picture it paints me and all my mistakes. When Alexander aimed at the sky, he may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it. I survived, but I pay for it. Now I'm the villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see. I should have known the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. The world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. Let me tell you what I wish I had known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Jefferson, I'll give him this. His financial system is a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried. And I've tried. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Madison took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all the credit he gave us. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Every other founding father's story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old. And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story? Who tells your story? Who tells your story? Eliza, I put myself back in the narrative. Eliza, I stop wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not enough. Eliza, I interview every soldier who fought by your side. She tells our story. I try to make sense of your thousands of pages of writings. You really do write like you're running out of time. I rely on Angelica. While she's alive, we tell your story. She's buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. And if I'm still not through, I ask myself, what would you do if you had more time? The Lord, in His kindness, He gives me what you always wanted. He gives me more time. I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington Monument. She tells my story. I speak against that slavery. You could have done so much more if you only had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of? The orphanage. I established the first private orphanage in New York City. The orphanage. I helped raise 200 of children. I get to see them growing up. The orphanage. In their eyes I see you, Alexander. I see you every time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, I can't say to see you again. It's only a matter of time. Will they tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Will they tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?